When it comes to self-isolation, I want you to stop asking, why do I do this? What is wrong with me? Stop asking yourself that and instead ask yourself, why does self-isolating feel so good? What is this self-isolation doing for me? What need is it fulfilling? I could give you a few. Isolation is immediate relief for your nervous system. Think about it. When you're self-isolating, when you're not spending much time or any time around other people, there is significantly lower sensory input. There are significantly fewer social cues that you need to track. It's going to take much less emotional labor to be isolated than to be in social connected situations. You can tone down the hypervigilance. You can stop watching people's body language so much. You can stop paying attention to tone shifts. You can stop walking on eggshells. It's much quieter. You are not responsible for really anything except for yourself when you're isolated. There are no eyes on you. There is no one to perform for. There are no expectations. There is no risk of misattunement, and there is no chance of being misunderstood. Yeah, sounds pretty nice, right? Of course isolation feels so good. Of course we do it all the time. Of course that's a place our nervous system and our bodies immediately want to go to. It feels good to self-isolate. Okay, let's stop vilifying isolation. It's awesome. It's literally awesome. And although it is unhealthy in the long term, let's look at the short term. In the short term, that self-isolation is removing threat. It gives your nervous system a break from scanning for threat and for danger. Your nervous system might finally be able to switch off and deactivate when you isolate. And you have to understand that your nervous system was designed solely for survival. Your nervous system evolved solely to ensure your survival. So if you have been in environments or grew up in environments where other people were neglectful or unpredictable or shaming or unsafe or unreliable, your body literally learned that distance and space from those people equals safety. Isolation from those people, from those environments equals safety. Reliance solely on yourself and no one else equals safety. And above that, your nervous system learned that connection feels dangerous. Because you know what connection requires? It requires vulnerability. And if your vulnerability was ever met with withdrawal from the other person, or punishment from the other person, or abandonment, your nervous system is going to do some very, very, very simple math. In that closeness equals risk. Connection equals risk. Risk of abandonment, punishment, withdrawal, misattunement, misunderstanding, whatever it is. Closeness and connection equals risk and danger. Whereas isolation is a very simple way to remove that risk and give you a sense of control. It might be an illusion of control and safety because, you can't get hurt when you're isolated and when no one is around you. It is an illusion, but still, it's giving you that sense of control and safety that feels so good. Let's go back to the fear of abandonment, because this is not always, but often a very big driver of self-isolation. Fear of abandonment, that sense of, I will leave you first so that you can't leave me. I will push you away so that you're not leaving on your own accord. You're leaving on my accord. Isolating feels empowering. I will leave first so that you cannot leave me. Isolation gives you a choice, and your nervous system loves choice and making choice because it feels empowering and because it gives you a sense of agency, a sense of tangible control over your life and your actions. And agency and that felt sense of control, that's regulating. That can feel really regulating and safe for your nervous system. However, it's important to note that the empowerment, agency, and control you feel when you choose to self-isolate, it's not a real sense of empowerment, agency, and control. What it really is just removing all possible threats. And we do not grow without threats and challenges and overcoming them. We do not grow in isolation. We do not heal in isolation. So really, what I'm trying to outline for you is how isolation is a natural response to maybe the environments you have been in the past, maybe in the situations that you've been in the past where people were unpredictable and unreliable. Isolation is a coping strategy, however, it is a maladaptive coping strategy. Long-term, real healing requires those two core needs of your nervous system: connection and safety. I did a whole video on that. So I want you to just take a look at your self-isolating habits and look at it for what it really is. It's a maladaptive coping strategy, but honor it. Isolating has served you. Isolating has been helpful to you. Isolating has been necessary, and that's okay. Isolation kept you safe in the past, and isolation maybe still keeps you safe right now. I'm not advocating for you to force yourself out of isolation and push yourself into social situations, because that will be re-traumatizing and will send you right back into isolation. You cannot reteach your nervous system through force and through pushing. You cannot reteach your nervous system by just ripping away this coping skill that you've been using for so long. It's okay still to isolate. I still isolate sometimes. I need to isolate sometimes. You can return to isolation whenever you need, but don't keep yourself stuck there. Okay, engage in small doses of connection and reconnection. Engage in small doses of it that feel safe and that feel okay. And then return to isolation when you need. It's a maladaptive coping strategy, but it is a coping strategy. You don't need to throw it out of your toolbox. And isolation becomes slightly more healthy when you are doing it consciously, as opposed to unconsciously. And I think you'll be able to decipher when you are isolating in an unhealthy or healthy way. If you go into a short period of isolation and you come out of it feeling better afterwards, that was probably a healthy and good choice. If you go into a short season of isolation and you are unable to get out of it and you feel stuck in it and you feel alone and you feel lonely, probably wasn't a super healthy, conscious choice. Okay, you deserve safe connection. You deserve safety and connection. And you deserve to show your nervous system that new experience of safety and connection, and that it's real, and that it's possible, and that your life doesn't have to be one of isolation and doing it all yourself and only relying on yourself and getting stuck in that hyper-independent mode. And when you need that little self-isolation here and there, don't shame yourself for it. It's okay. It's just coping. It's how your nervous system learned how to cope. And it's okay if you still engage in that coping mechanism. Just try to balance it out as best as you can with some healthy connection too, because you deserve that.